What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys can hear me. This video is going to be very long, so just bear with me because I want to tell you guys, for one, I want to thank MuscleTech for giving me an opportunity to become one of their brand ambassadors for them. So if you guys want, stay tuned till the end of the video, and I will actually tell you guys my code to get you 30% off of some of the products that I'll go over sporadically throughout this video. That way you have to watch all of it. Helps out with my watch time, and it helps out MuscleTech. This is going to be a very broad video. So as you guys know, or if you guys follow me, you know that for the last almost 40 weeks I've been prepping for a physique show. I started my prep at 260 some odd pounds, about 260, 262 or some bullshit like that. And I got down to 193 fasted. And then I lost my job. I have a new job now, but I've been out of work for 2 months, so I'm having to catch up on all my finances. And it's been rough. Like, if you guys go through my posts and stuff, like you'll know, like I am definitely mentally destroyed, emotionally destroyed, and I've had a rough couple months. The worst part about it was letting everybody down, like, especially people at Ivate and MuscleTech. Like, I feel like I let them down the most because as much as they do for me, I don't feel like I ever can do enough to repay them for their kindness. And a lot of people won't get that with the company because there's no loyalty in 2022. And I have made this comment that I'll take MuscleTech till the day I die, and you bet your ass I will. They've given me, Sleepy Dog Fitness, more support than anyone ever. And I really feel like I let them down with not completing this prep. I mean, it is what it is. Sorry, somebody was snapping me. I hope her cosplay outfit goes great. But that's been the hardest part, and it was so bad too. Like, cause I mean, bodybuilding is the hardest sport on the planet, and you guys can comment and say it's not a sport, but if you look up the definition of the word sport, it's exactly a sport. The amount of mental frustration you go through on a prep is unimaginable. I didn't even really get into the bad weeks. Now, also take into consideration that most people don't start their prep 40 weeks out. You know, I always do long preps. I struggle getting lean, and I diet probably harder than most people. I mean, that's the worst part about not doing the show is feeling regret that I let a lot of people down. Like, I let my friends down that were going to go watch. I let the other competitors that were doing the show down. I feel like I ultimately let MuscleTech down, and I feel like I let my coach down. I mean, to tell you how broke I am, like, I had to even stop my coach training. Like, I had to actually, like, was like, hey, Nikki, like, I'm sorry, like, I know you know my situation and stuff, but, like, I'm not going to be able to even do your base program. Like, I mean, until now, I've been jobless for 2 months. And in 2022, you can't be fucking jobless, guys. Let me just tell you that, because government aid is bullshit. And I got really depressed, to be honest with you. being locked in a studio apartment. Don't get me wrong, Becky and little baby Luna, two great emotional support kitties. I don't know where Becky's at. She's probably sleeping underneath the couch. Being locked in this four walls makes me want to blow my brains out. So I'm glad I have a new job. But now it's time to turn a new leaf and just to move forward and not. Can't believe I'm quoting that bitch. I have a problem with overthinking and rethinking scenarios, and I need to reminisce less. So, today and tomorrow, I'll be making my new monthly program. I learned a lot about myself on my prep, especially toward the end. And I don't think physique is the right category for me. For one, I have really bad body dysmorphia anyway. And two, I don't like being this small and like now. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm 200 pounds, I'm 6 foot. You know, I probably look like I walk around at about 225. Which is good, you know. Like, I mean, most people that ask me my weight, they think I weigh like 225 or more. Hell, I think I was like 10 weeks out and somebody was like, dude, you still look like you weigh 240. And I'm like, well, I fucking don't. But some people aren't going to like this video. That's okay. You're entitled to be jackasses. However, my new plan is to get to 280 pounds. And not in a long time. Like, I'm going to try to stay as lean as possible. But I'm going to try to get to a fairly lean 280 pounds. I have a few reasons why. Like I said, I learned a lot about myself the past year. I've probably learned more about my physique in the last year than I have in a long time. Crazy how a divorce will do that to you. And several really bad Tinder dates. Ugh. And a stalker. But I just feel that I was probably my happiest when I was heavier. Like, when I was about 240 to 250, like, I actually was happy throughout the day. Like, I didn't necessarily want to kill myself every day. And I got to thinking about it. Toward the last 4 weeks of my contest prep, before I had to stop, I was practicing my posing and stuff, and I was practicing physique posing and classic physique posing. Because I really like classic physique. I like the posing. Like, that's always appealed to me. Like, when I watch, like, videos that motivate me, like, don't get me wrong, Jay Cutler's probably one of my all-time favorite, but, like, I really liked how Lee Priest posed. Like, I like how Frank Zane posed. Like, you know, they called him the chemist. But I like how they posed. I don't know if I'll do a classic physique show or not, but I can tell you this. Your boy's going to get to 280 pounds. I want to. There's not a whole lot of money in bodybuilding, but there's a ton of money in marketing yourself. One of the best parts of the... Well, let's start like this, guys. See that couch right there? The day I lost my job, I sat on that fucking couch and cried my fucking eyes out like a bitch. I have worked almost 7 days a week for the last 10 years. Do you know what that does to a person when you can't go to work the next day? Like, and I kept getting more depressed and more depressed. I was on prep, you know, and I was making really good results with my prep. Was on pace with everything. Then nobody called me back, so it's like now it's been almost 2 months, a little over 2 months since I got fired. And I just now got a job. So the last 2 months I've been stuck in this fucking apartment, and I've still been going to the gym. I've still been maintaining, in the gym. I'm 200 pounds at the moment, fasted in the morning. Which for the calorie content on 1,700 calories, I'm pretty amazed I've maintained that with 15 to 1,700 calories a day. I learned that. I got to thinking, and I was like, damn, I miss how I felt at this time. I was like, I looked better at this time. I don't like this small look. A lot of that could be body dysmorphia talking, but just feeling better about myself, at a larger weight. And then I have other reasons of why I want to weigh 280 pounds. You know how many people told me that I would never be big? One of the reasons that I'll always take MuscleTech is the first fucking person that believed in me as an athlete, not as just some fucking kid, as a fucking athlete, gave me my first product. The first supplement product I ever took in my life was a 4-year expired tub of CellTech Hardcore. The white bottle, rainbow writing. It tasted like shit. He gave me that and told me that shit worked. That day forward, I remember going into GNC and buying a large tub of that, a large tub of NitroTech, a large tub of Nano Vapor, and I'd have to go back every 10 days. Because if you did 2 scoops of each 3 times a day, and then took the full serving of the Nano Vapor, you had to go back and buy more every 10 days. That got me my biggest natural at 246 odd pounds. The biggest I've been enhanced is 262-ish, or between 262 and 265. I think I stopped weighing when I hit 261, but I added more calories in after that. And part of me just wants to get there to say that I've been that heavy. And I'm tired of people telling me not to. Oh, you should weigh this or do this. Fuck you guys. I want to weigh 280. I want to be a fairly lean 280 tan redhead. Now, I already tan. I'm already fucking dark as a redhead. You can't really see with this lighting, but if you see me in person, you know. If you go to my gym, you know. If I've matched with you on Tinder and actually hooked up with you on Tinder, you know. Most of the time, they're like, oh, damn, you're dark. You're like, yeah, well, I'm just genetically blessed in some areas. All puns included. But, and it's not like I'm afraid that I can't get there. Up the dose, do the most, baby. But it's just coming to the full circle and having that self-motivation to believe everything that you preach. I guess I don't want to sound fucking churchy or none of that bullshit, but I had this quote from Mark. This quote stays here. If it's humanly possible, I know I can do it. That stays on my wall. That quote has special meaning to me. And yeah, a lot of you motherfuckers can say that I'm fanboying it up or whatnot, but I can sympathize with that quote because I understand what that quote means to Mark. I shared, I don't know, probably, it was about an hour or two conversation over Snapchat with him. I was going through a lot of stuff and at a really rough point in my life. and I had nobody to talk to. And I remember seeing something, and I ended up snapping him. And I don't even know why, but he responded to me. Some some shithead kid from Winston County, a fucking somebody that played in the NFL, one of MuscleTech's main athletes at the time, somebody that was co-owners of Anatomy 220, like has done all these acclimates, trained multiple athletes in every type of sport imaginable. He took time out of his day for me. Like, he didn't know me, at that time. I don't even think he followed me on Instagram at that time. But he took almost an hour or 2 hours. I can't remember. It's been so long. I just remember the conversation we had by heart. He took time out of his day to give me advice, to help me improve as a human. So, like, the last few weeks, I've been trying to get back into improving my bad habits. Because, I lost my job in a very shitty way. Like, I was done bad by the company that fired me. I had no money, so I had to budget what food I had. I had to live off my NitroTech and pre-workout because I ran out of energy drinks. And I had to think, like, what do I want to do now? Like, where do I want to fucking go now? Like, so if you guys don't know, I'm not going to name the retailer I work at now. They don't pay me enough to get clout on my channel. But I work third shift at one of the largest super centers in the United States. It's the one everybody fucking goes to. Rodney Carrington's done the skit about it. About getting his shit and getting out. But I work from 7 at night till 10 in the morning. And I don't sleep at night, so I'm okay with it. Like, I run off, you guys know, like 2 hours, 1.5, 2 hours sleep. I think it was like maybe a month after I got terminated, I got an email from MuscleTech saying that they were going to launch this brand ambassador stuff. They were collabing with the company for it. And I was like, that's cool, And the more I thought about it, I was like, why don't I just do that? Why don't I just take that chance of, like, really going after what my passions are in life, And I remember I was having a really bad day. As you guys know, like, I joke about a lot of stuff on my channel, but I had been seeing this girl for 3 or 4 months. She originally was my stalker. She stalked my social media pages and stuff. But we ended up going out to eat because she stalked me and I slid in the DMs. We went to eat. We went to, like, a bird sanctuary and stuff like that. Then I almost moved in with her. Like, we fucking did a lot of stuff in 3 months. Ended badly. Mostly my fault. We both knew going in it that it probably wasn't going to work. And so it's really no fault of either of ours. Like, but, yeah, so, like, I was going through that at the time. I was fucking depressed. Not as depressed as I am now, but I was getting pretty depressed. I had to quit therapy because I lost my job. I had to quit my stress management coach stuff with Nikki, my contest prep stuff too, because I lost my job. Like, so I had a lot of shit dumped on me. And what's been good the last week is I've been working the last weekend, working nights. It's like, wow, I feel like I have so much more time to do shit during the day, like, that I want to do. and I want to be able to give back to my community, and I just have a different definition of my definition of community. I'm not talking about the city of Gadsden. They go fuck themselves. Winston County, they can go fuck themselves. Like, I'm talking about people as a whole. I love being able to provide you guys with a discount code for some of the products that means the world to me. The Shatter. You guys know I love my caffeine. I have a special place in heart for this Celtec. And at the end of this video, I'll put my code in the comments and I'll tell it to you before this video ends so you guys can save 30% off on everything you order from their website. That's me being able to give back to you guys so you guys can try some of the stuff I started at, because I was that guy that my 10th grade year in high school, I couldn't bench the bar. I wasn't fast, wasn't good at anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Need for Speed and drinking Everclear. But just having somebody come in my life and be like, here's this works, and then having another coach, probably the thing that made me be more of myself was, I don't even think Brandy or Christy follows any of my stuff, but Coach Milliken, we were sitting in the weight room, and it was like when I first started playing football. I couldn't even bench the fucking bar. It was me, I think Snotty, somebody else there, but I can't remember who it was. And I remember him pointing out all the seniors that year, and some of the people that, you know, were fucking squatting like 200, 300, 400 pounds. And he was like, if you work hard, he was like, you can surpass all of them because they don't fucking work hard. And between what I was told by my coaches, like, that's the best advice anybody could have given me. And it's almost like I've had a lot of coaches in my life. You know, both of them, I don't consider Mark Magna a coach, but I definitely consider him a friend. But when I said I can relate to that quote, it's because I can. Because I know just how shitty humans can be. And I've always been told I can't do something. I was told I would never bench 225. Fuck you. The most I've done is 405. And honest with you, when I was 260 this year, I probably could have done 415, but I didn't. I've also tore a pec, so I'm not going to tell you guys to go bench 405. You know, it's like, always strive to do stuff they tell you no. Like, you know, be a better human, increase your habits, make better habits. You know, take the right supplementation, take the right under-the-counter supplementation, have the best edge. I think Jay Cutler said it, the best edge. He has the best edge because he takes the best edge. Man, that's all fucking quote, guys. I just know that I don't want to be small anymore. You know, I really was looking forward to stepping on stage in October. And now it's like, I really want to focus on building my own business and maybe eventually having my own brand or collabs with companies. Like, there's money in that, you know? Like, the entire world we live in is nothing but marketing. The marketing for the best fat burner. the marketing for best tasting beverages. Oh, marketing for best electronics. And I remember two videos that really, when I rewatched them before I decided to click on the link to see if I was eligible to become a MuscleTech brand ambassador, I rewatched two videos. And ironically, they were both Mark Magna videos. One was his Hall of Fame speech, induction speech. The whole speech. Like, I have it saved. It's one of the only 3-4 videos that I have saved in my phone that I keep. Is his Hall of Fame induction speech. Because that speech makes me want to become the best person that I can be. His other one was a really old YouTube video of how to get sponsored. I think he did that one like right when he got with MuscleTech. I'm not sure. It's a super old video. Like you can tell it's done on his phone. And you have to be able to have something that they value. And I don't feel that I've done enough for MuscleTech, just even for their kindness as a company. Like, when I tell you guys they have supported Sleepy Dog Fitness, because that's me, that's my brand, that's me. You know, the OG Purple Dragon Swole Tank. Like, they support me. Like, I've gotten opportunities to test new samples. I've gotten opportunities to go work an event. I made my ex-wife drive us too. Shout out to Big Man Chaz. I miss you, buddy. I hope you and your wife are doing great. I definitely need to come back and see you guys because I miss you. You know, I've gotten chances to meet great individuals like Alex. I think you're with Vade still, I'm assuming. Shout out to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. And really good conversations with good humans. I remember, I think it was Bikini Nicole asking me why I always said and hashtagged Purple Dragon Swole Tank. I'm not going to post it in this video. This video gets a thousand likes. I'll do a video because she's the only person that I've ever told that story to. And I can market myself. Like, and the more I thought about it the last couple of weeks, especially working at the new place that I work at now and touching a lot of different products and stuff, I can just do so much more with my life. And looking back, even though I do plan on taking the company that fired me to court when I can, because they deserve that. It was a good thing I got fired, because if not, I would still be going to a job I hate every day. And it wasn't the industry that I hated. I love the sports nutrition industry. I live, breathe, and die MuscleTech. If you guys ever see me out in public, ask for a scoop of Celtech, a scoop of Nitratech, some fat burners. I have them on me. They're in my gym bag, and I give samples out. Now I can also give you a coupon code. So keep staying tuned to this video, and you can watch it at the end. But then I was thinking, I was like, I still need something else. You know, I need some goals. So I started off small. I have on the whiteboard near the kitchen, I have 5 daily goals. They're small. It could be play with Becky and Luna. I work 10 to 8, like meal prep, whatever. But I check off on them every day. And I make them in the morning that morning. So start off with that. I've gotten back on to where I read a book every week, and also I'm about to start back journaling at night before bed, which is weird because now it's technically I'm journaling in the morning when I get home, but whatever. But also was like, well, what can I do to make myself more valuable? Because the whole point of watching that video was to rethink and be like, how can I become more valuable? I can treat this brand ambassador like just an IG post. It's up, it's there. Or I can treat this brand ambassador like it should be treated, and I just treat it like my full-time job. And then work my night shift. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I was like, well, damn, I need something to work towards, like the last 40 weeks, the thing keeping me going was my prep. Even in the heartbreak, the trauma, the losing my job, like I still had my prep to look forward to, and then I lost it because I just ran out of financing. And so I was like, I could maintain, I do a show in the spring. And then I was like, I really don't want to do that. Like, I'll miss out on a whole year's worth of, almost a whole month's worth of growth. So I was just like, well, I'll maintain for the time being. I'll give it till the end of the month and maintain. I walk around fasted at 200 pounds right now. I'm 6 foot tall. And I added a little bit of fats to my diet. So my calories bumped up from at my 8 weeks out, I was down to 1,500 calories. And then now they're 1,700 calories. And that's what they've been at. And I felt better, obviously. Just because I had extra calories from dieting so hard. Like when you start a prep at 260 plus and then you down to fucking 193 8 weeks out, like that's dieting pretty fucking serious, and I was just like, I don't like feeling this small. It just feels I was like, well, I joked when I dated Netta that I was going to get back to 280. She told me I shouldn't do it. I remember going on dates with Katie and telling Katie that, hey, I want to weigh 280. She didn't tell me not to do it. She just told me, she gave me actually good advice. She was just like, do whatever you think you should do. But she did think that 280 was too big. My ex-wife was all about not getting to 280, but in her defense though, it was very hard for me to breathe at 260 pounds. I thought I was gonna fucking die. And then I was like, what if I try to get to 280 but stay as lean as possible? Like, I'm probably around 15% right now, body fat wise. What if I can get to 280 and be 15% body fat wise? That's highly improbable, but it's doable. I mean, I was probably 25% body fat when I was at 260, so it's about 10 pounds of body fat difference. And I was like, man, it's just, I want to get there to say I got there. People won't understand it. People won't get it. Some people probably can't understand why I'm not doing my show. Dude, bodybuilding is expensive. So let's say you don't count your food, because we're human and we have to eat. You realize for contest prep, you don't have to have a coach, but you should have a coach. I had a coach. You have fees for that. Normally you have supplementation. Shout out to MuscleTech. Shout out to my boy Dan and everybody else that works with IV hooking me up. I really didn't have over-the-counter supplements. They were pretty much covered. Like, then you have your gym membership and gym fees. You have your NPC card, which you have to pay for. Then you have to pay for your class, all that shit, your registration fees. You have to pay for your tanning, which is another $200-300. You have to pay for your fucking trunks because you obviously need good trunks that have to be, with the regulations. There's a lot. Those fees add up. Like minimum on a prep, you're going to spend like, not counting food, probably $2 or $3 grand. And only people that have competed or tried to compete or prepped or tried to prep for a show understand that logic. So before I get a lot of hate for being like, oh, hey, well, your diet was a waste of time. That wasn't a waste of time. I dieted for 32 weeks. Technically, I dieted for 34 weeks. I learned a lot about my body. I learned a lot about my food choices. And I learned that, ironically, I learned that maybe I shouldn't prep 40 weeks out, but if I have to, I can do it. The last Zoom call I had with Nikki really helped me out just because she had made that comment. She knew what I was going through as my coach, and she's known a lot about me the last year or two that I've been doing Nixon Nutrition, until I had to stop. I lost my job, and we had a Zoom call, and I had a pretty rough day, and I knew she could tell that I had a rough day on the call, and I remember the next call we were talking about my prep, and she was like, well, how many weeks did you start out? And I'm like, 40. I was like, I've been posting on YouTube since about week 32-ish, I think. She was like, yeah. She was like, I don't know any professional that preps 40 weeks out. Like, not many people can prep that far out for a show and stay on track the whole time. And she was like, you need to take pride in that. Like, even though you feel like you failed, like, that takes a lot of grit to prep that far. Like, a lot of people can't diet like that. And it got me to thinking, it's like, I could take this as a fucking negative and just feel more depressed. Or we can make a new game plan. We can readjust our life, our financing. We can get back out on our feet. We can readjust our programming. And we can set a new goal to hit. I plan on working my night job. I plan on doing a lot of stuff for MuscleTech during the day. Because I love them, their family, So expect to see a lot of new posts, new supplement reviews, new athlete reviews, shit like that on my channel for them. And then I also plan on getting back to what I originally wanted to do when I was married, is build my own brand, my own company. Because to be honest with you guys, I hate corporate America. And it's weird to say that because I do consider myself a capitalist. And before all you leftist people try to hate on me, I am not a Republican, I am not a Democrat, and I'm not an independent. I want to be put in the best position that I can make money and enjoy my passions in life. And I want to be able to collab with people. I want to be able to do stuff. I want to be able to make more content. That was probably the biggest thing that I learned through my entire prep. Was I actually used to not post YouTube videos. Like, I used to post one every year for like the first 4 years I had my channel. And I got to where I enjoy making content, even though I'm not good at it. And I eventually want to make my transition into streaming and Twitch and stuff like that too. I'm just trying to ease myself in. I'm trying to get my home set up changed. I'm going to try to redo my apartment, and that stuff takes time and money. I want to do film, photography, and stuff like that. I just want to do me for a while. But I plan on releasing my new program bits and pieces on YouTube and TikTok. The only supplements I'll be using for this next program will be anything made by Ivate or AKA MuscleTech. And I will have a new discount code for you guys very regularly, so you can keep getting you guys 30% off, plus it'll help out my channel. I just want to do more content. You know, I am proud to say that I'm a brand ambassador for MuscleTech because I know just how much they have taken care of me, and being an ambassador for them allows me to help give back to their community. Like, it allows me to try stuff, to do extra cool stuff, to be the first to give my opinion on this, to help them grow as a company. And plus, I wanted to. I'll fill out for this. I mean, you know, some of my favorite people work there. Big shout out to Dan. Thank you for my box. If you guys want to go watch my box opening, that meant a lot to me, brother, and I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I don't have much else to say. I've rambled for about 40 minutes. Just know that, like, if you're new to lifting, if you're new to bodybuilding or fitness community, or if you just fat as fuck and want to drop some weight, or build some muscle if you're tiny, there's not a better brand to take than MuscleTech. There's not another brand that has came back from the wrong path and took time to adjust and fix their products to make them better over time. There's a lot of heritage with this stuff, you know, especially you know, Celtech. Hydroxycut's been the #1 selling fat burner of all time. Nitrotech's a good protein powder, you know. Use my code. I'll post it here. Support my channel, like, subscribe, comment, helps out with the algorithm. Follow my TikTok and stuff. I'll try to link it down below. And also go follow MuscleTech, and anybody that works with them, give them love and support too. They have a wide variety of athletes of all shapes and sizes, and fitness levels. So they're a team full of badasses. Now your boy's gonna play Spyro playthrough. Check that out later too. Your boy's out.